Welcome back to Short on Time. Here's what you need to know about the International Watch Company, better known as IWC. IWC was founded by American-born Florentine Ariosto Jones. In a bit of a reverse American dream, Jones traveled from the US to Switzerland to establish his own watch brand. Jones set out to marry US production technologies with Swiss craftsmanship and began manufacturing watches from the German-speaking town of Schaffhausen, where their headquarters remain today. IWC had some successes early on, like their Pallweber pocket watches, which used an innovative digital display. However, high tariffs for US imports proved too costly, and the company changed hands several times in the coming decades. By the 1900s, with a man named Ernst Jacob Homburger at its helm, IWC was placing their in-house calipers into elegant tonneau-shaped dress watches, and more notably, into pilots' watches. These pilots' watches were equipped with anti-magnetic cases and some with inner rotating bezels. IWC began to really hit their stride in the late 1930s with their Mark IX. This highly legible reference led IWC to develop the Mark XI, famous for its use by the Royal Air Force during the 20th century. In 1939, the brand answered calls from its Portuguese agents for an oversized watch and presented the Portuguese Collection. Complete with pocket watch movements, the line was re-released by IWC in 1993 and has remained a bestseller to this day. Now called the Portugueser, this collection has become synonymous with the brand and includes time-only examples alongside perpetual calendars, chronographs, and more. Like many Swiss watch brands in the 1970s, IWC enlisted the help of Gerald Genta for his expertise in integrated bracelet sport watches. This resulted in the release of the Ingenieur SL. Into the 1980s, the brand continued to release adventurous models, including several co-branded pieces with Porsche design. By the way, if you're looking for a bit of a deep cut in the watch world, check these watches out. During much of this time, IWC would modify outsourced movements to fit their own designs. It wasn't until after its acquisition by Richemont that IWC saw a shift to in-house movements beginning in 2005. Since then, the brand has continued to refine its core collections, focusing efforts on developing more complicated movements like perpetual calendars and more advanced materials like ceramic. IWC represents incredible value within the industry with over a century of watchmaking across a broad range of styles. Watches like the Ingenieur haven't historically reached the premiums of its Genta design siblings like the Royal Oak or Nautilus, but that does represent a great opportunity for collectors today. Lines like the Da Vinci also offer some of the best values for highly complicated pieces like perpetual calendar chronographs. And of course, if you want a no-nonsense, highly legible pilot's watch, there is no better brand out there than IWC.